Okay, so my PowerPoint presentation is on DXM, also known as dextromethorphan. Some other names for DXM include CCC, Triple C, Skittles, Robo, Poor Man's PCP, Rojos, and Velvet. DXM is sold in pills and cough syrup form. And taken orally. Dextromethorphan is an ingredient in more than 140 decongestants and or analgesics and antihistamine cold and cough preparations. It is relatively inexpensive and easily accessible to consumers. DXM is considered to be a dissociative psychedelic with effects similar to hallucinogens such as PCP or angel dust, LSD, ketamine, and psilocybin. And this feels fairly inconclusive in the research. There was some research around, confusion about if DXM actually acts as a stimulant, which is inconclusive, an opiate, which we're coming to find it is not, and also a dopamine agonist, which we are also coming to find it is not. So the closest drug category that it fits into is psychedelic with dissociative properties. So DXM is what's called the dextroisomer of levorphanol, which means that it has the same components, but chemically they're arranged differently. That's my understanding of what a dextroisomer is. And so DXM doesn't behave the same as levorphanol, which is an opiate. DXM is also an analog or a version of codeine and a semi-synthetic morphine derivative. But again, it's not the same as codeine or morphine. It does not impact the central nervous system the same way opioid agonists do. And it does not produce typical opioid effects, including dependence. So DXM has three major metabolites, and that includes DXO, which stands for dextromorphan, 3-hydroxymorphanan, and 3-methoxymorphanan. DXM is an antagonist at the A3B4 nicotinic receptor and at the N-methyl D-aspartate receptor. So the NMDA receptor gets blocked when DXM is taken. Some symptoms when intoxicated include vivid visual hallucinations, complete body analgesia, which is the inability to feel pain, euphoria, dissociation, feelings of merging with inanimate objects, dreamlike experiences, and psychosis may be experienced in really extreme cases with really high doses. So in the research that I found, there were no well-defined physical withdrawal symptoms associated with the use of even very high doses of DXM, but there have been reported very serious medical complications that can develop with high ingestion from DXM itself. Mild withdrawal symptoms that are similar to those of opiate withdrawal may be experienced. However, there is significant tolerance to DXM that is needed to be overcome in order to achieve the desired high. So, what are the effects of DXM? This is a really long list. I put all the physical, mental, psychological, mental health effects kind of all on one slide, because some of them were kind of hard for me to tease out as to which was which. So some effects of DXM include very rapid heart rate, rapid movement of eyes, which is involuntary, varying pupil response, loss of control of body movements, clumsiness, restlessness, hyperexcitability, significant increase in blood pressure, nausea, vomiting, arousal and stimulation, lightheadedness and dizziness, shaking or jitters, numbness, tingling, nervousness, anxiety, queasy or sick to stomach, hot or flushed, restless, very talkative, and a headache may develop. Treatment for overdose. So overdose may be treated with naloxone in emergency departments or with individuals who have acquired naloxone. And then severe intoxication may require additional use of supportive care, which is vague to me, but that is basically what I found in the literature. DXM is completely legal because it is meant to be taken for one reason, and then larger doses are taken for that kind of psychedelic effect. One interesting thing I'd like to note here, now that we're at the end of the presentation, this was not one of the questions that was asked, but I did think that this was interesting in the research. One article I found said that dextromethorphan has been shown to decrease the self-administration of other drugs of abuse, including morphine, methamphetamine, cocaine, and nicotine. So that's something I thought was interesting. And then the last slide is my references. Thank you.